This is the new MG S9 and it is the best value for money car in the UK right now, and I'm going to explain why. I'm Matt Watson, you're watching Carwow. You can get an MG S9 on Carwow for just over £31,000. This range shopping version through Carwow, £33,500. It's mad. This car is absolutely massive. You're getting a lot of metal for your money. That's 3 metres, 4 metres. It's 5 metres long, and there's a benefit to it being so long. It's a 7-seater, and the best thing about it is there's loads of room in the back, even for adults. So let's just fold this out of the way. Right, go on, so you can see what's going on. Let's get Nick. Nick's tall, he's over 6 foot. You got enough room there?
Oh, loads.
Look at this, I've got a decent amount of knee room, headroom's okay, and the best thing is this, look. Recline these back seats. That is insanely good for a 7-seater. The only area where they've dropped the ball a bit is this, look. There's just one old school USB port there for everyone to fight over. For such a big sensible car, I think it looks all right. It's got a very intense grin. It's a bit like this, isn't it? You want to know how I got these cars? Yeah. Similar, isn't it? But it doesn't look like a budget vehicle. You know, it looks way more expensive than its price, and it's copied some features off expensive cars, such as this chrome hockey stick. It's like an old 7 Series. I also think this part of it is very similar to a Skoda Kodiaq. I don't think it looks any better or any worse than a Skoda Kodiaq, apart from one feature at the back here, which is pretty terrible. Bear with me for a moment, because I need to get something. The horrendous fake exhaust tips, as I'll illustrate now, with the Carwow stick of truth. Awful, awful, awful. And those aren't the only annoying thing about this car. The start-stop button is hidden behind the steering wheel, so look, from your point of view, you miss it. So because the car's quiet and it's mainly in electric mode, you forget to turn it off, you just get out, especially if you own a Tesla and you're used to doing that kind of thing. And then you try to lock it, and then it's, oh, of course, oh, it's annoying. Oh, turn it off. Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that. In fact, you know what? I hate keyless go because you often lose the keys and can't go. This happened earlier. Drews, have you got the smart key? It thinks there's no key in it. I gave it to you, and I haven't had it since.
I put it in here because then the car started the car.
Right, I'm going to get out and let you guys look. You had it though, I handed it to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then you just can't remember.
I had it because I turned it on.
Have you looked under the seats properly? Even the pit of doom? It's not. It wouldn't have jumped out.
Where did you put it? I would have put it, put it on the windscreen. There.
Let's never do that again. And do you know why you're doing that? Because the car is liable to lock itself. Once again, keyless go issues. It's honestly, it's bollocks. It's bollocks! Am I just old? Yes. Shut up. I'm not a fan of the poppy outy door handles, which are a rip-off of Land Rovers. It's a bit like you're shaking hands with the car, and it's all flimsy. Also, these doors are huge, which does make it easy to get in and out when you have them open wide, but it also makes it really hard to get into the car when you're in a tight space. You're not going to squeeze through that gap, are you? Not even I. You only have slow wireless charging, and the design of the pad is stupid. Look at it, look at the shape of it. It's not symmetrical. So while your phone fits in that one, oh, that's good. It doesn't fit in that one quite. Can you see? Great. And also when you accelerate it, just does that. As you can see, there's no phone button on the steering wheel, which means that if you do a voice command and it doesn't understand it and it ends up calling some Tinder date from 10 years ago, you constantly just hang up. You have to do it on the screen and you end up in panic mode. Speaking of the screen, if you want to turn off the annoying beeps and bongs, you have to press car, go down to, oh, overspeed warning. I'll turn that off, then scan down. Where's the other one? This is one you definitely want to turn off. The driver distraction monitoring, because it's way too strict. Yes, go away. But all that kind of thing is very hard to do when you're driving. Bloody annoying things. The car sometimes makes this weird whirring noise from under the bonnet for no reason. You'll hear it randomly. It'll probably appear in a future take. For such a big car, there's only 2 positions for ISOFIX anchor points. Here on the outer middle row, none in the rearmost row, and none on the passenger seat. Wasted opportunity. Unlike with a Chery Tiggo 8, which has DC fast charging, this plug-in hybrid only has old school AC charging. Also, while it's supposed to do 353 miles per gallon, this is how much I'm averaging. I hate the way when you fall down this seat, that drops down like that, so then you have to get back. However, I'm done criticising this car because there's loads I like about it as well. I like the light roof. So you've got the sunblind, but it's still nice and bright in here. And the sunroof is massive. Plus, look. It is a sunroof you can open. And it's standard on all models. All cars also get 360-degree camera look with top-down view where you can see through the car. Very good. You don't just have one, but you actually have two customizable buttons on the steering wheel, which you can actually configure to do lots of different things. I've got the left one doing regenerative braking between low, medium and high. Then I've got this one on the right doing the 360 camera. The S9 has an electric only range of 62 miles. As a result, it has very low emissions and it falls into the 10% benefit in kind category. That means for a high rate taxpayer, it's going to cost you about 1,500 quid a year to have this car through your company. Also, look, it comes with a handy cup holder in the top of the engine. It'll probably appear in a future tank. Perfectamundo. That should warm it up. It's making that noise again. Where's the keys? It's because it's on. There, it stopped. Look, no noise. Considering this car is such good value for money, you'd think that it'd have a budget feeling interior, but it doesn't. The design looks smart. Some of the materials are nice. Controls, such as the drive mode selector and the switch gear, is nicely damped. The steering wheel feels expensive. It's surprising, really. Though, if you do start tapping, some of the plastics sound a bit hollow, but nothing wobbles or really creaks. I'm very impressed. I'm also impressed by the fact that they've got physical buttons for the climate control and actual vents you can move around. Although the vents in there actually move on their own. If you look in there, can you see them moving? Can you see them just panning around? Look at that. Now the screen, it is a bit dark in terms of the graphics and it's not the most responsive either, but it's all right and the menus aren't too confusing. You can swipe down to some of the functions like that. The digital driver's display is clear, but it is fairly bland. Also, I'm not convinced by this, the gear selector. Wish it was on a column stalk. Just seems a bit of an appendage. Storage is good though. I want to show you this, look, boink. Doesn't feel cheap. That's deep as well in there. This feels nice, 2 cup holders, and glove box is just acceptable. Underneath here though, there's a lot of storage, and we've got a 12-volt socket and some USB-Cs, plus the door bins are large. Speaking of large, look at the size of that sun visor. That feels all right. The entry-level version of this car is so well equipped, but for £3 extra you can get this range topper, which has fake leather interior, upgraded seats with massage and ventilation function, and a Bose sound system, which sounds very good. But which one would I buy? Well, I've actually configured my ideal MG S9 on CarWow. If you want to see which version it is, the colour I go for, and the saving, click on the pop-out banner up there, or scan the QR code on screen now, or just follow the link in the description of this video. Anyway, I'll tell you one other area where I'm really impressed with this car, how good it is for long distance journeys. I'm surprised how good this car is at higher speed. So let's just pick up from 40 to 60. Doesn't take very long. Look at that, 60 miles an hour. It's very quiet. Such a quiet, relaxing car to travel in. I'm amazed how quiet it is. It's as quiet as a luxury car, brand like BMW or Audi. How is this just like 30-odd thousand pounds? It's madness. It definitely feels more expensive when you're just cruising along in it. But the quiet cabin isn't the only thing I noticed while driving the S9. The visibility is great for the driver as well. It's a huge car, but I feel I can see all round it. So even when going down narrow streets such as this, I am not phased. You get a great view forward as well. You can really judge where the corners of the car are. And look, I'm going to squeeze through this gap here. Just whack up the cameras. No problemo. So good. People would be put off this, going, oh, it's just too big for me, but it's easier than you think. Even the turning circle is all right. Let's get the old cameras up. Can I make it round here, actually? This is a tighty one. I don't think this is going to work, but let's give it a crack. Don't curb it. Don't hit that car. There's no way I'm getting past that. If I get past that, do I do it? I'm going to do it. If this works, it's mad. Oh, I figured it out. That's showing where my wheels are going to go, not where the front of the car is. Hello. Yeah.
That's a different one for you.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, it's an MG.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Oh, that's spooky because I've been looking for MGZ.
Yeah, it looks posher than an MG, doesn't it?
Look at that. It's got that sort of a Range Rover look about it, isn't it?
Blimey, Range Rover.
Yeah, the back of it looks...
Guess how much this costs? This car I've got here.
Well, MGs are normally pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking at them. I suspect has it got all the usual...
This is top of the range.
Top of the range. I'm probably going to be a mile out, but... 40?
40. Do you know what? The actual list price of this one, it's about 36, but through CarWow, £33,000.
Is it?
7-seater as well.
Crikey.
Honestly, this thing is insane value for money.
That is good value.
Do you know what we're doing though? We're holding up His Majesty's post.
Yeah.
Right, good to see you. So maybe check one of these out. You could use it for your delivery vans. There's loads of space inside it. See you later. Despite its large size, the S9 is a doddle to drive in town. But how will it fare on a twisty country road? This MG isn't particularly exciting to drive, but then what did you expect? It's a 7-seater budget SUV from China. It's a bit like complaining that water is wet. And to tell you the truth, it actually handles pretty well as you need it to. It'll grip through the bends, you don't feel like you're gonna fall off the road, and generally it's pretty comfy. Unless you suddenly hit a bump and then you get a jolt and a clunk. The suspension, you can just tell it's a little bit of a budget car, and you're surprised because otherwise it feels quite premium. There's your clunk. Glunk. There's another thing that's funny about it. You see, we're coming up to a bend, and if you suddenly try to accelerate with too much steering lock on, the front wheels just spin up all too easily. So here we go. Bend, accelerate. Hear that noise? That's the front wheels slipping. It's because this is electric powered. I know it's a hybrid, but it's electricity that's driving the wheels. You get instant pickup and the tyres just can't cope. They're like, oh no, we're checking out. And then obviously the systems rein things back in. But do you know what? A lot of electric powered front wheel drive cars, which this is, have that same issue. And to be fair, there's plenty to like about this car. I can forgive it of that. But will I be impressed by the MG's performance? Well, on paper, the stats look good. So you've got a 1.5 litre plug-in hybrid, 300 horsepower, so it should be reasonably nippy. Let's find out. I'm going to launch it. 3, 2, 1, floor it. Steady pickup. There we go. It is a heavy car, 2.2 tonnes. What's the 0 to 60 time? 8.8. In the brochure they claim it's 9.6. That's good, isn't it? But I said heavy. What's the braking performance like? That's just as important if you've got your family on board. All right, let's do an emergency stop from 60 miles an hour. We're looking for a distance of 35 metres. Anything over that, not great. Coming into the braking zone right now. 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to brake hard. What did we get? Oh, 36 metres. Let me stamp on it harder. I think I was a bit chicken. Here we go. Like that is everything. That is like leg day at the gym. That's more like it, 34 metres. Not bad for a car this large. Speaking of which, this car is so comfy here in the middle row. Loads of knee room, loads of foot space, loads of headroom as well. The seats are quite far from the floor, so you've got lots of under thigh support. And of course you can slide the seats forwards and backwards. And look at this as well. You can recline them. Oh, I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. Let's try it with 3 in the back at once. All aboard. Okay. What do you think about that?
That's really good.
This is like among the very best. Just hop out. Thank you. So, if I fold this down, you have covered cup holders. Now, you only normally get this on premium cars. You've got climate control here in the back, 2 USB-Cs, door pockets, massive door bins. What's not so good though is this. Isofix anchor points are a little bit harder to get to, so it can be a bit of a faff trying to fit a seat for the first time, but there's loads of space here for even the bulkiest rear-facing seat. And you know what my daughter really loves? The fact these big windows go all the way down. She loves it. In fact, she's actually put a little mark on it there. It says stickers. The range-topping version of the MG gets an automated tailgate with hands-free. Come on, there we go. Hands-freeness. Now with 7 seats in place, the boot is a reasonable size. Look, it's not too bad. Got a little bit of extra storage under there. Then you've got absolutely acres of space if you fold down the rearmost row. And then, oh bugger, if you want to do this row, you do have to do a walk around. Oh, that was the wrong one. There's this lever down here. There we go. Oh, go to the other side. I guess you can't expect electrically operated rear seats in a car at this price, but you do have, look here, oh, 12-volt socket. That makes up for everything, doesn't it? Not quite. And neither do the lease deals, and here's why. We've run the numbers on the leasing price of this car through CarWow, and this is how much it'll cost per month. This is the total cost of the lease, and this is actually the depreciation if you're to buy it new. So it's actually cheaper to buy the car and sell it on than to lease it. Now, if you want to compare the leasing deals of this to its competitors, we've done a special page on CarWow. You can check that out. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment Also, you can just click on the pop-out banner or scan the QR code on screen now. But there is another thing you could do. You might be thinking, do you know what? I'm not really interested in a lease anyway. I'm going to buy a used car, because you could get a Volvo XC90 for, well, a bit more than this actually. A 5-year-old XC90 is still more expensive than this car. Here's one I found on carwow. And there's the added risk when you're buying used, isn't there, that it might have had a shady past. So here's a car vertical report of an XC90, not one that was on carwow, which has had 7 damage reports. You can even see the damage of the car. That's why if you're thinking about buying a used car, you absolutely positively have to do a car vertical history check to make sure it doesn't have a shady past. And if you do that, use the code carwow for 20% off. Or of course, you could just play it even safer and buy new. And there is no new car that is as good value as this MG S9. So if you need a 7-seater on a budget that is actually a mighty fine car, go right ahead and buy this MG. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know if you agree with my verdict in the comments below. If you want to watch some other videos, click on the windows. And to sell your car the easy way, you can do it through carwow by clicking the carwow logo. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.